Imagine finding the answer to a cosmetic problem that has plagued humanity for centuries, discovering it inside a chemical designed for an entirely different purpose. For generations, men have been staring into mirrors, watching their hairlines retreat, and desperately looking for a way to stop it. Pattern baldness is a universal biological frustration. Medical researchers spent decades staring at the exact same problem. They poured immense resources into studying the scalp, testing countless local remedies, and continually hitting dead ends. Because they were hyper-focused on the surface of the head to fix a cosmetic issue, they were completely missing where the actual breakthrough would come from. In the 1970s, doctors were fighting a completely separate, life-threatening crisis: severe hypertension, which is extremely high blood pressure. When hypertension reaches severe levels, the cardiovascular system is forced into overdrive. Narrowed blood vessels trap dangerous levels of fluid pressure, forcing the heart to work exponentially harder just to keep a patient alive. To combat this, scientists developed a new, highly specialized pharmaceutical called Minoxidil. It was engineered specifically to force those restricted blood vessels open and relieve the pressure. This was a heavy-duty, functional cardiovascular tool. It had absolutely zero connection to the lucrative world of cosmetic hair care. Doctors soon began prescribing Minoxidil as a daily oral pill, and it worked exactly as intended, successfully bringing down their patients' dangerous blood pressure levels. But within a few months of beginning treatment, those same doctors started receiving highly unusual reports from their clinics. The patients were growing hair. Rapid, entirely unintended hair was sprouting up unpredictably across their scalps, their faces, and multiple other areas of their bodies. In medicine, any secondary, unintended symptom caused by a drug is known as a side effect. Since the goal here was strictly to treat the heart, researchers initially viewed this widespread, random hair growth as an unwanted biological flaw in their otherwise perfect medication. Yet the true value of a scientific discovery often lies outside its original blueprint. It depends entirely on how scientists choose to interpret their biological accidents. The researchers quickly realized that if they could isolate this specific flaw, this accidental hair-growing property, they would be sitting on a massive opportunity in cosmetic medicine. The engineering hurdle was obvious. They needed to find a way to trigger that exact hair growth response on a patient's head without accidentally lowering a perfectly healthy person's blood pressure. The scientists went back to the lab, extracted the active compounds from the oral heart pill, and reformulated them into a localized, liquid topical solution. This topical application bypassed the digestive system entirely. Instead of flooding the circulatory system, the liquid absorbed straight into the scalp's epidermis, targeting the exact region where hair follicles live. Patients targeted baldness locally, leaving blood vessels completely unaffected. By simply altering the delivery method of an existing side effect, the researchers had engineered a highly effective new drug, seemingly out of nowhere. Once it hit the market, topical minoxidil rapidly became one of the very first widely used, clinically proven treatments for pattern baldness in medical history. This chart shows the escalating financial trajectory of the product. An unwanted medical anomaly exploded into a billion-dollar global commercial industry, driven almost entirely by this single chemical compound. Today, millions of people worldwide rely on that exact same compound, applying it daily to slow their hair loss and stimulate new growth. It proves that scientific progress rarely moves in a straight line between a problem and a solution. The most valuable skill in the laboratory is often just the simple power of observation, having the awareness to pay close attention to the things that go wrong. A medication meticulously engineered to save the human heart ended up becoming the most famous solution for the human head.